The point is, that I wanted to bring out to you the 5 different energies: spiritual, the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the business energy. These are all 5 types of forces that are very essential to us, because as you and I are humans, we all need each other to counterbalance each other and then to balance, therefore, one another. These 5 type of energies that I just got from this golden nugget book, Millionaire Real Estate Agent, that was written by Gary Keller. You allocating the right energy appropriately, and you're not being drained out. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you once again for coming back to our channel. And as I've always shared with you, the purpose of this video, the purpose of our channel, as a matter of fact, is to provide content, to provide valuable information that may serve you or anyone in your circle of influence, whoever that might be. That might be the cousin, the aunt, maybe the brother, sister, maybe that neighbor struggling that may want to hear that wisdom that we have for them. May you share this video, may you share this content, because I'm sure that just as you are getting valuable info from this video, may they get that as well. Without further ado, the whole purpose of this video and today's topic is to talk to you a little bit about forces, and I have them in the back of me. So I want to talk to you about the 5 different types of forces that I just recently learned and that I wanted to share with you what those are. The first one obviously being the spiritual force, the physical force, emotional force, the mental force, and then the business force. These are all 5 types of forces that are very essential to us, because as you and I are humans, we all feed from each other. We all need each other to counterbalance each other and then to balance, therefore, one another. And just to give me a little bit of topic, the other day I was listening. The Audible book talked about balancing your life, and the author of this book says, there's no such thing as balancing things out. A lot of the times you hear people, well, I want to have a good work-life balance. The author says, BS, that doesn't exist. The thing that does exist is the awareness that you'll be able to enforce yourself, be able to catch yourself when you are out of balance, and how can I recover myself back into getting to myself in line to what my goals, to what my ultimate purpose is. And if I know that if I'm supposed to be heading out this way, but I'm derailing myself out this way a little bit because I'm catching myself, out of balance, so to say. Well, there's no such thing as like I need to balance it out. I just need to be aware that I derail myself. What can I do so that I can therefore get back on track to what I was doing? But without further ado, that's what I wanted to share with you. May that serve you, because when you hear this word of life work balance and all that, is just maybe it comes to just more awareness of what we're actually doing. But without this, the first force that we actually need, that is the spiritual balance. That is whatever you might believe in, whatever, if you believe in God, if you believe in the universe. For me, getting up in the morning and just praying for just a few minutes, that makes the day up for me. But for me to wake up every single day in the morning, I do not use an alarm clock. My alarm, my motivation that gets me going into the day, gets me up at 5:45, 5:30 in the morning, and then 6 o'clock I'm already up. And the first thing I do when I'm laying down in bed is say a little prayer. And I'm very conscious about the fact that I'm here. I was put in this earth for a reason, and I have children behind me. I have a family behind me, and then therefore I'm ought to be grateful for that, because of all the great things, and not necessarily all the good things, but all the challenges that life has thrown at me. I'm grateful for those things. And what can I do to make sure that I express my gratitude? Well, in the morning, I wake up in the morning and I do my little prayer to Lord Jesus Christ and to the man upstairs, and I say thank you for everything that I have. And it doesn't have to be what I don't have. I don't pray about what I don't have. I pray about what I do have, and it doesn't have to involve money. It's just many little things, my car, my vehicle, whatever that is. I train my brain to just really be grateful for the little things that I have in my life. Okay, with that, the second energy, the second force that we all as humans have is the physical, and that is exercising and eating. That's it, nothing else, nothing more. It's just exercising and eating. So part of my routine is I do my exercises at night, and I'm not a really physical person in the morning, but I've done it in the past, and let me tell you, when that gets you into your body, when that gets going, man, that sets up your day, in a whole different level, because you're feeling yourself like you're ready to dominate the world. And then the second part of that physical energy, the second part of this physical force is your eating. Obviously, our body needs energy, it needs the fuel for us to get us going. And so those two are part of the physical energy, the exercising and the eating. So I mean, I'm not here to tell you how you're going to incorporate your day, but I mean, the physical and the eating, two huge important factors when it comes to the energy. The third one is the emotional. That is the emotional energy in the mornings. It's very important for me that when I wake up, that I kiss my wife, that I give her a hug, that I tell her I love her. Same thing with my kids. That is a very big thing for me, because that is the type of energy that we draw into ourselves. We are an energy. We are a magnet. How many times have you actually seen a photo of Jesus Christ or a saint or whatever you believe in? And this is not a religious point again. This is just to give you an example of what I'm trying to say. But how many times have you seen a photo with an energy just around their body? Okay, that is us. We have that energy that is around us. So guess what? If you're feeling angry, people are gonna feel it. If you're feeling jealous of other person because of they're being successful, because they have a relationship, because they're doing great in life, and you're being jealous about that person, that you're gonna transmit that energy, and you're gonna attract that same type of energy, and therefore you're gonna make that miserable for yourself if you keep doing that, because that is the energy. But if you feel love, if you feel passion, if you feel compassionate, grateful for the things that you have in life, that's the kind of energy that surrounds you. That's the kind of energy that you transmit to other people. That's the kind of energy that you give to them in return for them being around you, because that's actually what you're transmitting. You're a magnet. So if you're one of those individuals that wakes up in the morning and says, well, I'm just living life, uh, same old, you know how it goes, just another day, another dollar, we're just, getting by. I'm sure that you've talked to those people, and it's just draining. We have so much energy that we have to contribute, that we have throughout the day. So you ought to make sure that you allocate that energy properly, because if you put that energy towards individuals like that are draining you out, and sometimes it's family members. I have those in my family. I have them in my family where they're just, very negative, and they're just, you feel bad for them, but it gets to the point where you just don't want to hear it. It's like, cut it out, man. Just stop, man. Just cut it out. You know, but that's the kind of energy that people typically will try to transmit to you. So is like Jim Rohn says, you got to stand guard at the door of your mind. You got to make sure that you are aware what goes into your brain, what gets processed in your brain, and essentially how you receive that information, how you're going to transmit that information. Because again, we are full of energy, and the emotional energy, if you feel love, if you feel passion, if you feel grateful, that you're alive, that's the kind of energy you're going to transmit to people, and people are going to want to be around you. The fourth one, the planning of your day, the scheduling your day, the calendar on your day. Many times, and I have experience, and I can say this because I am guilty of this, because I have done this in the past myself, where I schedule myself, and then I say I'm busy doing busy work. That's exactly what I'm doing. A lot of times, I can say this because I'm around individuals, and I talk to a lot of people on the phone when I'm in my office and I'm making calls, and they're saying I'm busy. I'm busy. Well, I'm like, well, are you busy, or are you being productive? Because it's the difference. You're busy doing busy work. You're just moving stuff around, moving paperwork, from here to here. You're putting stuff over there. You're doing a lot of busy work that is not yielding you the results. So there's a big difference with that. There's the planning of and the scheduling of your day-to-day life. I personally started using Google I cannot operate without Google Calendar right now. I cannot operate without a calendar. I cannot operate without reminders and somebody helping me as well with the things that I got to do in order for me to keep running the business that I have. It's essential for me. Otherwise, I do not operate. I do not operate. I talk to so many people throughout the day that by the end of the day, I forgot who I talked to at the beginning of the day. Unless it's a very crucial conversation that I had, then I will remember that. But if I see the notes the next day, then I will remember. But if I don't see the notes the next day, I will not know who I talked to the day before. And that's essentially crucial information. It will cost you money. So planning your day, scheduling it ahead of time, a week, a month. That's what we did. We scheduled our month of October way in advance. We're working towards November now. We're already working into 2023 because once you start realizing that your time is of the essence and your time is valuable, right? Then you start really appreciating the time and you're no longer going to be working for somebody else, working for money, trading your time for money. That is the beauty of being into the entrepreneurial world that allows you to fail. You're allowed to fail, but with that failure, it's all in the mind. Is how what can I do to pick up myself back up in order for me not to make that mistake again, and not taking it personal with yourself, because most of the times we are too hard on ourselves and we take it too hard to the heart and we say, well, that's not me. I cannot do that. That's never going to happen to me. And therefore we operate. That's the energy that I was telling you about, that we operate. I can't do this. That's not going to happen to me. That's not going to be me. That's going to be somebody else, except, me, my family. I'm not worthy of it. And so that is the kind of energy, that is the kind of receiving that you will be doing to yourself if you operate like that. So my challenge to you is, just with this plant mental energy, allocating your time properly and how you're going to dictate it is very, very important for you to make sure that you understand how you're going to plan out the rest of your day. Now, the last one with this one is the business energy. Now, I say the business energy because it's about becoming aware more than life balance. But the business energy is as important because you need to make sure that when you have a family or even before you have a family, what do I need to do to make sure that I allocate my time properly? And what I need to do when I have a team at work that I'm running, when I have my team that I'm running, when I have a business and I have business partners that I need to report to, and I need to meet my numbers. The business energy is crucial. This is where you need to understand once you plan out your day. Okay, now where can I allocate my time to make sure that I lead generate for my business? That I recruit into my business, that I make sure that I go over the financials of my business, the state of my company. What is it that I must do? What is it? What conversations do I need to have? Who do I need to talk to? Who do I need to bring into the business? Who do I need to bring into the team? Who do I need to let go of the team because it's draining everybody else? It's making everybody miserable around us. Who do I need to remove and put them in a different position so that I can therefore operate the business, and then the business can therefore operate itself, take care of itself. So the business energy is very, very important because this is where a lot of successful fail. Even though they have so many success, they fail. Tony Robbins says this perfectly. The ultimate failure in life is success without fulfillment. The ultimate failure in life is success without fulfillment. It does no good to me if I have all the money in the world, if I have all the success in the world, okay, and I'm not fulfilled. If I'm successful at my office and I'm the number one salesperson, if I'm the number one manager, if I'm the number one whatever position it is, but if I go home and my life is miserable at home, that is an unfulfillment that I have. I'm failing because there's certain areas that the most important area in my life it's failing miserably. Everything else is succeeding, but not this part of my life. So therefore, I fail. So the ultimate failure is success without fulfillment. So which is very important that I wanted to share those with you. The business energy is very important to make sure that when you run a business, or even if you're not running a business, if you are working for somebody else. You're still in the business. You're in the sales business. You know, if you work at, I worked for so many years at a restaurant. I was in a sales business, and so many times, you know, people tell me I hate selling. I'm like, well, my friend, you're in the sales business. What do you think you're doing? So, and then just by saying that you don't like sales or you're not good at sales, guess what? You just sold yourself into believing that you're not a good salesperson. So guess what? You are a good salesperson. But that's besides the point. The point is, you know, that I wanted to bring out to you the five different energies. And that is number one, the spiritual energy. Number two, the physical energy. Number three, the emotional energy. Number four, the mental energy. And then number five, the business energy. So with that being said, I hope that you got some value out of this video, because I read this book, you know, it took me almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It was about 12 hours. I got to read it, you know, at least 30 minutes on my way to the office or on my way back from the office. I was tempted to not to listen because I wanted to listen to something else, but I disciplined myself to make sure. That is one of the great things about reading books, that it just brings you to awareness, into catching yourself into things again that you're not supposed to be doing or you're not out to be doing, but then you are changing them, and then you get yourself aligned, realigned again. I caught myself oftentimes not wanting to read it, but I forced myself to want to read it, and then it paid off, because now I get to share with you these five type of energies that I just got from this golden nugget book, The Billionaire Real Estate Agent, that was written by Gary Keller. May that serve you, because you don't have to be in the real estate business. You don't have to be in the financial business. You don't have to be in business. You can be working for somebody else. But all of these energies you must understand, so that you can therefore get ready yourself, you know, prepare yourself into making sure that you allocating the right energy appropriately, and you're not being drained out by negative energy, outside force that is not supposed to be part of your world, and therefore you can catch it. Jim Rohn says, you know, stand guard at the door of your mind. Always, always do not let anything else that's not supposed to get in here get in there without your permission. With that being said, I hope that you like this video. Social media is going to be down below. Click the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification button. Let us know what other videos you would like to hear, because my sole purpose is to make sure that I bring you the value, pay it forward, just like somebody else paved the way for me that was here way before I was. I want to make sure that I do that to you as well. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, everybody.